Call to order the common council meeting for Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. Roll call, please.
Blake. Here. Burgess. Dredsky.
Here.
Erdman.
Here.
Nigber. Stubby.
Here.
There are 4 present, 2 absent. There is a quorum.
All right, then we'll move on to item number 2, which is the seating of virtual attendees. Not,
Is that only if one of them works individually? Yeah.
oh, is it? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
You only have to seat someone if it's one of you guys that's
Understood.
attending that way.
Okay, so we don't need to do that part. On to item number 3, which is general public comments. Registration card is required, and I did not receive any. So we will move on to the consent agenda. And the consent agenda contains items which staff considers to be routine and have already been discussed and recommended by a committee, board, or commission at a previous meeting. Staff recommends that the council act on all these items on a single roll call vote. If any member of the council wishes to have any item removed from the consent agenda and discussed, the council member may request that item be removed from the consent agenda prior to the adoption. And I am going to remove item number 7, the bills list. We'll put that down farther. Any others? Yeah. Any other item?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to remove item number 6, which are the minutes of the April 12th meeting, because there is a typo on them.
Okay, so items 6 and 7 will be removed for now. Anything
And I'll
else?
make a motion to approve the minutes as presented minus item 6 and 7.
Okay. Motion, any second? Okay, motion by Bobby, second by Mr. Reski. All right, so that's a roll call.
Burgess. Dredsky.
Aye.
Erdman.
Aye.
Nigber. Stubby.
Aye.
Boyk.
Aye.
There are 4 A's, 2 absent. There's a quorum. Or sorry, it passed.
It passed. So consent agenda has passed minus those 2 items. And we'll move right into them right now, which is item number 6, the minutes from the April 12th and 19th common council meeting. Recommendation is to approve the minutes, but you were saying, Bobby, you had a correction?
Under the paragraph, the following items are listed for consent agenda. We need to remove number 4 at the present time because it was misprinted,
On the minutes?
which is accept the committee of the whole recommendation.
It's the 4th paragraph, first page.
On the first page?
Yep.
Oh, I see it. Following item consent agenda approved.
So just
And-
take off number
So then
4.
I
Number
will make
4.
a motion to
Okay.
approve the minutes of the April 12th common council meeting, except for item number 4 under the consent agenda item.
Okay, so the motion is to accept them, removing item number 4 on the April 12th
Correct.
meeting minutes.
Bobby, are you saying that the bills are not approved?
Then that, oh, it wasn't on the agenda at all. Okay, okay,
Yeah, it should.
okay. All right.
Okay, so motion to approve the minutes
I'll second.
and a second. We're approving the 2, the April 12th and the April 19th minutes. All those in favor, or is this a roll call?
I'll have to, I'll have to adjust my motion to include the April 19th. I forgot about those.
Oh, okay.
So I make a motion to approve the April 12th with the correction and the April 19th common council minutes.
The motion to approve the minutes from both days with the exception of item 4 and the 12th. Still a second? Okay, and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that one passes. On to item number 7, which is the bills list, and that is the recommendation to approve the bills list for payment. And this one was removed because we need to look at that.
I'll make a motion to approve item 7, the bills list.
I'll second that.
Okay, a motion to approve the bills list and a second. Mhm. already went through. Got it. Okay, any further comments on it? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that passes. The bills list is approved. And now we're moving on to item, excuse me, sorry, a little bit of cough here yet. Moving on to item number 10, the presentation of the 2021 audit. The recommendation is to listen to the auditor presentation of the 2021 audit, accept the audit, and place it on file. Do we have the auditor?
Yes,
There we go. Kevin?
good evening.
Good evening. And everyone should have a copy of that in front of them, I believe. Kevin, did you want to share your screen? Or did you want
Okay. Should I go ahead?
did you want to share your screen or did you just want to talk to me?
I'll just talk.
Okay, we can do that.
My name is Kevin Banky and I'm a senior audit manager with Hawkins Ash CPAs. I will be going over the summary financial report and some of the changes from the current year to the prior year. I will start on page 4, which is the combined balance sheet. The due from other governments increased $500,000, and this was due to the CDBG grant had a receivable at year end. The capital assets increased $1,245,000, and this was due to street and water and sewer construction during the year. Accounts payable increased $542,000.
Kevin, can you hear me?
Yep, I
Can
can
I
hear
hold
you.
you just one second? I just want to get everyone on the same page. It's on these
Yep.
pages. Yep, the smaller summary report. I just had a few people still looking, so just want to make
Okay.
sure. Page 4.
I got 2 papers. I just want to make sure.
Okay. All right, we're good, Kevin. Sorry about that.
No problem. Your accounts payable increased $542,000 from the prior year, and that was due to the street project had accounts payable at year end. The year end unassigned general fund balance is about 53% of the general fund expenditures. This would cover about 6 months of expenditures, except the unassigned fund balance includes $729,000 for future anticipated TID advances. The general fund had a $40,000 net increase for the year. On the following page is your general fund revenue. The major changes there was your public charges for services increased $197,000, and this is due mainly to an increase in ambulance fees to the public. And intergovernmental charges for services increased $104,000, and this was due mainly to increase in ambulance fees to towns. And overall, your revenue increased $346,000 or 6%. On the following page is your general fund revenue pie graph. This shows that intergovernmental revenues is your number 1 source, followed by taxes and special assessments, and number 3 would be your charges for services. Your general fund expenditures are listed on the next page. Public safety increased $331,000, and this was due mainly to an increase in wages, benefits, and overtime. Culture, recreation, and education increased $116,000, and this was due mainly to the pool was open. Conservation and development was due mainly to grants to businesses and housing rebate incentives. Overall expenditures increased $612,000 or 10%. On the following page is your general fund expenditures pie graph. This shows your number 1 expense is public safety, followed by public works, and number 3 is other financing uses. Your statement of revenue, expenses, and changes in net position for the water and sewer utilities is on the following page. The sewer change in net position was an increase of $195,000. And your water increase in net position was a $409,000. The following page shows your 2019 to 21 water and sewer utility operating income. In 2021, the sewer operating income decreased 117,000 to 89,000 of net income. And the water increased 53,000 to 460,000 of net income. On the page after that is your statement of revenue and expenses and changes for all the other funds. And the biggest changes were your library expendable trust increased 405,000 and capital projects decreased 514,000. Overall fund balance for the other funds decreased 159,000 in total. The page after that shows your fund equity line graph. The general fund remained consistent and the other funds decreased slightly. And then on the last page is some other financial information. Your independent auditor's report indicated an unmodified clean auditor's opinion was issued on the city's financial statements. Our opinion states that we found your statements present fairly in all material respects to financial activity of the city. The city's cash and investments decreased $1,500,000. City spent $2,660,000 on general fixed assets and $2,800,000 on sewer and water fixed assets. At year end, $4,785,000 was outstanding of general obligation debt, which is below the city's state statute debt limit of $16,270,000. There was a $598,000 water debt and $787,000 employee benefits outstanding. The auditor's report on compliance and internal control over financial reporting. This report concludes that the city's internal control appears adequate for the city of your size. On the communication with those charged for governance, this report discusses the scope and limitations of a financial audit and communicates any problems we had during the audit process. No significant problems were identified. During the current year, we had 15 auditor entries, and for comparison, last year there was 12. We had 2 management advisory comments this year, which are located in the separate letter. And I would like to thank the council for allowing Hawkins Ash CPAs to provide their auditing services. And I would also like to thank Jody and Sarah for doing a good job in keeping the city's books in good condition. Does anybody have any questions on any of the reports that we issued?
Any questions from the council?
I'll make a motion to accept the audit as presented. Thank you very much for the company and place this on file.
1 second before you see it. 1 second. Yep, great. That's what I'm saying. Okay, there's a motion to accept the audit. It's presented, and a second. Got it? Okay. All those in, or any further discussion? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Any opposed? And that motion carries.
Make a
And,
motion to seat Katrina Burgess at this time.
I'll second that.
okay, motion to seat Katrina Burgess. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Katrina, you're seated.
Thank you.
Okay. So we are on item number 11, which is the Oakwood Cemetery Board appointment. And the recommendation is accept the mayoral appointment of Jane Walks to the Oakwood Cemetery Board for a term expiring on April 30th of 2025. And her application is in your packet.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to accept the mayoral appointment of Jane Walks to Oakwood Cemetery Board, and I hope she enjoys the experience.
All right, and a motion from Bobby.
I'll second.
Okay, motion to accept the mayoral appointment, and a second by Mr. Dresky. Any further discussion on that one? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any,
Aye, sorry.
any opposed? All right, that carries then. And item number 12, which is similar, the Sewer and Water Commission appointment. Recommendation is to appoint the mayoral appointment of Michael Ottman to the Water and Sewer Commission for a term expiring on October 1st of 2027. And the same thing, the application is in the packet.
I will make a motion to appoint Michael Ottman to the Water and Sewer Commission for the term expiring October 1st, 2027.
I'll second.
All right, so we have a motion and a second to appoint Michael Ottman to the Water and Sewer Commission. All right, any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, and that carries it. On to item number 13, which is the lead service line removal bid. The recommendation is to accept the recommendation from Sewer and Water Commission as to the bid for lead service lines removal for the year of 2022. Do you have something on this, Sarah?
Yes, all of you should have the Kunkel letter with the bid information on the back. I did send it. Okay, so the letter was pretty straightforward.
Maybe you're not allowed to do it.
Okay, I'll try to project. So, we only received one bid on this project. However, I will say we bid out to 6 companies, and this company that bid, the Egbert Excavating, will be working with another company that we bid out to. So basically, we had 2 that combined to apply for this job, which works for us. They came in under bid. We're very happy with it. And one of the things I want to point out is under the private section, under item 13 on this page, you'll see that they have replaced private section water service. Their unit price is $3,550, when according to our grant, the state allows us to go up to $5,600. So they came in quite a bit under bid, which is wonderful for us. I will say on the public side, we basically told them the highest number we could think of that we might have. So I know that that number seems very high, but we're not expecting it to be that actually that high in terms of them finding lead on the public side that we would have to pay for. Because again, the grant only covers the private side.
We also were not surprised over only having one bid because the DNR kind of hampered us with this because we had to do the assessment before we can put the request out for bid. And because we couldn't get it out until May, there's only so many contractors that would be able to apply. I mean, most contractors would already have their summer and their fall set in terms of jobs. So we weren't expecting a ton, but it was good that we had somebody local that applied. They have experience working with us, and the company that they're working with also has experience working with us. So both Brian Scott, myself, and Kunkel Engineering are very happy with this and thinks it worked out perfectly.
Any further discussion or questions?
I'll make a motion to accept the recommendation from Sewer and Water Commission as to the bid for lead and service lines removal for the year of 2022 with, where are we going with? Egbert and the Egbert Excavating. That's all we need. I knew there were 2, so.
Okay, so we have a motion to accept the recommendation from the Sewer and Water Commission that to bid for lead service lines removal for the year 2022. And a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that motion passes. On to item number 14, which is the pool daily admission fee increase proposal. The recommendation is accept the recommendation from Parks and Recreation Commission to increase the pool admission fees as presented. Or
Hi there. So I can hear every once in a while, so if you have a question and need to stop me and I keep talking, I probably didn't hear you. So yeah. But my name is Allie Wendt. I am the manager for the Berlin Aquatic Center this summer, and I have the daily admission proposal changes. Does everybody have this handout?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Okay, perfect. So on the top, it does have what we were charging in the past and then what we would like to charge this summer. Basically, the young children who are free are going to stay free, and then all the other ages are going to be bumped up to the nearest dollar, so a 50-cent difference. And then we also had our deal that after 5 p.m., a family of up to 5 could get in for $5. So if it was 5 people, it would be $1 a person. But we had a lot of people coming in that 5 to 6 p.m. range, coming like after work or after daycare, things like that. And we felt like we were losing a lot of money that way, so we would just like to change that to after 6 p.m. instead of 5 p.m. The two simple reasons for this are we'd like to increase revenue for the pool and also eliminate quarters just to make it easier on the staff and parents when they send their kids with money, things like that. As for how it looks with surrounding pools, these prices would match those of Omro. It would not go above Omro. And they would stay significantly lower than Winneconne, who charges $7 per person, no matter the age, for the day. I just want to end by saying this proposal does have the support of Rebecca Bays, Sarah Rutkowski, Scott Zabel, as well as the Parks and Rec Commission. Are there any questions about the proposal?
Yes, we have one here.
I just was curious, when was the last time rates had been changed?
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
I have to check. It's
Oh,
been a while.
I was just wondering when the last time prices were changed.
I don't think if the new people know, but it's been several years.
It's been several.
Yeah, this is my 6th summer with the pool, and I know that all 6 years it's been the same. But yeah, that is as far back as I know.
Thank you.
Other questions?
Would this have any effect on like the yearly passes at all? I'm not seeing it here, but.
Ellie, did you hear the question?
No, I didn't, sorry.
She was asking if this will have any effect on season passes.
No, we plan to keep season passes the same this year.
Okay.
What is the current rate for season passes?
So for an individual pass, it's $45, and then a family of 3 to 5 is $100, or a family of 6 to 10 is $125.
But there's no limit to how often they use it, correct?
No.
So, yes. If anyone
Was there another question?
We've got the answer on it, but they were asking if there was any limit to uses of a season pass.
Oh, yeah, no, there's not.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to accept the recommendation of the Park and Rec Commission to increase the pool admission fees as presented.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion to accept the admission fees for the pool as presented. And a second. Any further discussion? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. Thank you, Ellie.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
All right. So moving on to item number 15, which is the May 10th, 2022 Kindness Day Proclamation. The recommendation is the reading of the mayoral proclamation declaring May 10th, 2022 as Kindness Day here in Berlin. And if anyone saw me out, I was out today handing out flowers all day. Is it coming through? Now it is, okay. Okay, so I will read the proclamation declaring Kindness Day here. And that is, whereas on behalf of the citizens of the city of Berlin, it is the pleasure of the city of Berlin's Common Council and the mayor to recognize the importance of treating each other with kindness. And whereas the Berlin High School Kind Committee and the Thrive Financial are coordinating the second annual Community Kindness Day, where they will be recognizing kind members of the community and taking part in various kind activities throughout the city. And whereas the many daily acts of kindness that occur in our community are largely inconspicuous and unobtrusive, and whereas by recognizing these acts of kindness, all members of our community will be made aware of the importance of being kind to others throughout the year, and whereas the purpose of Kindness Day is to remember the simple day-to-day acts of kindness that enable our community to be kinder, safer, and more secure place to live, work, and play. And whereas the City of Berlin's Common Council and Mayor will celebrate this day with a special proclamation in recognition of all the kind acts performed on Tuesday, May 10th of 2022. Now therefore be it resolved that the Common Council and Mayor of the City of Berlin do hereby proclaim the 10th of May 2022 as Kindness Day and urge all citizens to recognize and participate in its observance. Dated this 10th day of May 2022. And I do realize we're at the end of the day, but I did see quite a bit of acts from people and do appreciate those. All right. Then we will move on to item number 16, which is the Walker Agency at 114 North Wisconsin Street, parcel number 206-00104-0000. The rezone request. The recommendation is to accept the recommendation from Planning Commission to rezone parcel 206-0014-0000 from B1 to R2. Do we have anyone speaking on this? Tim? Okay.
All right. Well, I don't know if there's that much to say. This is just something that went before Plan Commission, and they have formally put forth a recommendation. Are there any questions?
So this is the former Walker Agency building. They've moved to a building next door. Yeah. Any questions from the council? All right. In that case. Anyone would like to make a motion? Go ahead.
Bobby, you've been doing really good today. I'll make a motion to approve the parcel for the Walker Agency from, was it B2 to R1? B1, R2, thank you. I'm not on the agenda right now, sorry.
All right. Motion
I'll second.
and a second. So the motion is to accept the recommendation from Planning Commission to rezone parcel 20, I don't know if we put the number in there, but from B1 to R2.
Who was the second?
Sam.
Second, Sam. Correct. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that passes. That is rezoned. And item number 17, which is the Ripon Awards jacket parcel number 206-00824-0000. The rezone request, the recommendation is to accept the recommendation from the Planning Commission to rezone parcel 206-00824-0000 from an M2 to an M1. Yep.
Likewise, this was something that Planning Commission had already reviewed and determined that this is.
Fits perfectly with what they'd like to have for rezoning. If there are any questions, I should mention, you'll notice there's no address, and that is not an error. There is no address at this time. I assume that once any work would begin there, that would change.
Any questions for Tim on this one? Anyone with the motion?
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to accept the Planning Commission's recommendation to rezone the Ripon Athletic Jackets parcel from M2 to M1.
I'll second.
Okay, motion to accept the recommendation of Planning Commission to rezone the Ripon Awards Jackets parcel from M2 to M1 and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. All right. On to item number 18, which is the 115 West Soresco Street raise and repair order. The update and the recommendation is to listen to the presentation and with discussion and action as appropriate. Is this Tim again, or is this Sarah? Sarah? Okay.
If you look at your cheat sheet, the last motion that was made was April 12th of 2022. And the motion was made to delay the raise report order until the next common council meeting with requirement that all needed building permits are pulled and the timeline of future repairs presented. What I can tell you is, as of this date, we have not had any additional building permits pulled.
Has there been any communications?
Did she fill out a comment card? I believe she can because she's.
Right, as a member.
Would you guys? I'm gonna.
Yep.
You want to come up?
If you could stand up and state your name and address, please. Okay, could you state your name and address, though? Okay, thank you, Renee. So by Friday, you're, for building permits, you're looking at having done?
Can you speak into the microphone a little bit, please?
Well, it,
Yeah. Okay.
You could, just out of curiosity, you could have pulled the permits to appease the council before today, and then you could have made us all very happy knowing you did that. Now we're under the impression, well, you didn't follow our directions that were given.
I work 7 days a week. Randy's working 6.
was there any kind of an outline attempted? Like, do you have anything? Nothing
Well,
for us tonight?
Hopefully by Friday I'll have all the permits. Plus I don't have the money to pay for them yet either.
Do you know what the cost of those 4 permits will be?
Between 50 to 60.
Okay. Other comments or questions from the council?
This is also under closed session. So if
Okay.
you guys want to have discussion in closed session, you can.
You can't. Would anyone like to make a motion or carry this on to closed session?
I think we should talk about it in closed
Yeah.
session.
All right, we'll move that item into closed session then. All right, then on to item number 19, which is the 107 West Huron Street raise and repair order. And we have an update. The recommendation is to listen to the presentation with discussion and action as appropriate. And Tim?
Sarah, my mic is completely dead.
Mine.
Test,
No,
test.
that's me.
That was me.
No. Okay.
This is dead too.
It was working.
No,
Try to blink.
They do go to sleep, yeah, so they're what I heard. So you have like a 2 seconds for it to warm up, so if you just keep talking.
No. Oh, see, now mine works.
Yeah.
Maybe only one works at once, so I gotta like stop. No. You can just unplug Katrina's. Just. It did. It was working.
The button that you talk and push in and talking.
That's what I thought first.
Anyways.
Hello?
There's nothing.
I think we just really need to make sure that Tim's is working right now.
Well, mine is off right now too.
But mine works.
Yeah. Okay, nothing we can do on it right
I
now.
mean, this is kind of a fun game to play.
Tim's loves the canopy.
we'll yell. How's that? Tim, you're gonna have to talk louder.
I'll try. All right,
We should get a megaphone.
so for 107, we prepared a similar sheet to the Celestia property and having information for your review. I can tell you now that officially the property has been deed transferred fairly recently. It was actually on the 19th of last month. That was, I think, just last week updated on the website, so we can see that. And I have been in contact with the father of the person who was transferred to, who had indicated that he was working with a firm out of Ripon to roofing permit.
Wait, which one are, oh, no, I'm sorry.
107.
107. Jeez, sorry.
To date, As far as I know, that has not been pulled yet, but has discussed at length what it would take and seems to understand pretty much what needs to be done. It's probably a contractor issue at this point.
Okay, you said he hasn't pulled any permits yet, though?
Not yet.
Okay.
This was just,
26 would have been about, the 19th. Less than a month ago, about 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks, no permits.
There has been some kind of communication with him? And he expressed interest in pulling those, though?
yes, yeah, and he actually had apparently some sort of estimate at his disposal.
From this firm, gave their name, seems to expect them to pull the permit, so maybe they will. I'll have to check with the building inspector to see how that, what we would suggest in that case.
Okay.
I believe that they had said that their contractor would be doing so.
All right. Yes, sir.
We have given this property owner quite a bit of time to make the transfer over after John Oval basically stopped contacting us. What I would suggest at this point is similar to what we've done with 115 West Oresco, is give them 30 days or till the next common council session to pull building permits and show us some sort of timeline as to what progress they're planning on making on the property. We do feel we have good communication with this next owner, so I do think that that's something that's feasible, and that's what I would recommend at this time.
So we need a motion for that?
Yes.
I will make a motion to give 115 West Oresco.
Nope, 107.
Why am I still on 107 West Huron Street until the next common council meeting, or 30 days, which is Sarah? Matt, I don't care.
But you can take the next time.
Until the next common council meeting to pull the necessary permits, as well as give us some kind of a timeline for work to be done.
We have a motion to give, till the next common council meeting for 107 West Huron to pull permits and give an update on the timeline. And a second? Yep. Yep. And a second. Got it, Don? Yep.
Just a question, with the motion saying to have the permits, if the contractor's pulling the permits, do we need to have that in the motion? If they have a hired,
For that address, for 107, it's for the address, it doesn't matter who pulls them, but they have to pull for that address.
okay.
I believe Sarah had other recommendations, so not just pull the permit.
And the timeline.
And the timeline.
That was in the.
Present the timeline.
Yep.
That
I
wasn't.
think that should be in the
I said,
motion.
I did.
Oh, I
That is
said- I'm
included.
sorry, I didn't hear.
Yep.
And it has been seconded. Other comments or questions? All right, all those in favor? Sorry, go ahead. I do not
Not
believe
yet.
planning board.
We have just a new office.
Being a new owner, less than a month, yeah.
Okay.
So, at this point. So all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed to that one? Okay, so till the next common council meeting for that property. All right, on to item number 20, which is the 271 McKittrick Street raise and repair order. The recommendation is to listen to the presentation with discussion and action as appropriate. And I believe we've been given a packet of pictures on this one. This is the 271. So everyone has a packet in front of them of pictures. Yep. Yep.
So I put this back on the agenda because there has been, and I'm quoting from the building inspector now, substantial progress completed on the property, which I believe is what we were all hoping for. So, if you look at the very last letter that's in there, the building assessment that came from Randy, the building inspector, I tried to organize it in a way so that it kind of shows you all the things that have been completed and partially completed on the property compared to where we were at a month ago. So there's a lot of work that's been put into this, a lot of money, and it's also been put into this property. And at this point, I believe Jerry still would like to continue making progress on this property, and he's willing to do so. So what I would recommend at this time is, like we usually do, give them until the next month's meeting, just continually show what progress is made. And as long as there's progress being made, we're okay with delaying the raising of
What, I think it was probably in the background, but what happened at last month's meeting was there was a discussion of how there was a deadline given to the end of April. And then I was to proceed, but as that deadline passed, I reached out to Sarah, who told me about all this progress. So she and I kind of made the judgment call, rather than me spending time, even though that's kind of would have been consistent with the past order, we took it upon ourselves to bring it back to you because of all the progress. So another option would be for me to continue on. And as I said last time, the judge will still, even if we do go to court action, the judge will still probably give time, to the owner to do it. So we could keep things moving. Or if you just want to save my time and my hours, do the recommendation exactly what Sarah is. And that's probably where I'm at too. I think it's probably reasonable, since there is so much progress and there now seems to be a real effort here. As long as that continues, I don't see why I should spend the time, incurring more bills for you. So.
And for the new members, this has been going for a while, but like you said, recent progress has been more. Yes.
I was just gonna comment, I mean, that's all we've asked from the beginning, is to see some kind of work being done. I'm good with, as long as there's obviously an effort being put forth and it shows, I'm good with, delaying another 30 days and checking in at next council meeting.
So,
We're not taking it off, we're just putting it off.
Yes.
so by my count, there were 14 things that needed to be done and or finished by April. There are approximately 4.5 done. If we continue to see this progress, I have no issue waiting or holding off either, considering there's only been a deed transfer on the last building and we're holding that one off. And I feel like if we're gonna start doing things like that, we need to treat more properties more fairly based on the last meeting as well. So I really have no problem holding off. I drove past the property. To be honest, the outside from the road, you can't even tell there's really anything going on at this point, other than that there's work being done. It doesn't look like it's in shambles or anything. I guess I didn't see it the first time, but I have no issues holding off.
You're saying it doesn't look like it's in bad shape,
Not
or?
an eyesore right now.
Correct.
Okay, that's, I want to make sure that was clear.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
We have gotten other comments from members of the public saying that it doesn't look like as much of an eyesore anymore as well. So, people seem satisfied with the progress that's been completed.
Okay.
So we're looking for a motion on this one.
We're just we need a motion again for a third.
Similar to the last motion.
I'll make a motion to
I'm gonna, can you just say to the next common council meeting, because it's the 30-day things that screws us up and then we end up
Sure.
having to wait and things, so
To
just
the
to the
next
next common council meeting.
to the next
Yep.
common council meeting.
That's what screwed me and Matt up last time. Thanks, Sam.
Second by Katrina, was that right?
Yeah.
Okay. We have a motion to delay till the next common council meeting for 271 McKittrick.
Any further discussion?
Just Jerry, thank you for starting progress and showing us the progress. We
Yep.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Jerry. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so that one will carry for 30 days. All right, I'm sorry, till the next common council meeting. I apologize for the misstatement there. All right, item number 21 is for old business, which is to be used for items to request of old business to be put on future agendas for further discussion or action, or used to make a motion for reconsideration of an item from the current meeting or immediately previous meeting, or to make a motion to take items off the table which were laid on the table only during the current meeting. Any old business? All right. On to item number 22, which is new business, to be used to request items of new business be put on a future agenda. Katrina?
I would like to start some kind of action with directing staff to comparison of compensations for surrounding municipalities, to see where we're standing with
Are you looking for?
Might I suggest the departments that haven't already been looked at
Yeah, sure,
this year?
sure.
Because we did
Yep.
like the ambulance, we
Ambulance,
updated
yep.
a lot there. So maybe just the departments that haven't been looked at recently.
Eventually, if they haven't been brought up, it's going to come up. I know it's an issue everywhere, and I think we should start rolling the ball on that.
So is that doable? Okay, so we can put that on the future agenda then. All right. Any other new business?
All right, public appearances, I have none. And number 24 is to convene into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.851G, conferring with legal counsel for the governmental body who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or is likely to become involved. And this would be for the 115 West Ceresco address.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to go into closed session.
Motion to go into closed session in a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Who do we need to see?
Oh, I'm sorry, a roll call on that one. I apologize. That's a roll call. Very good.
Tredsky.
Aye.
Erdman.
Aye.
Nickberg.